today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside rocking Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Allen off the play fake. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Allen. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Now Allen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Now Burrow on first down.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A draw play for Mixon.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Guy.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now he's forced out left.
Now Burrow loses the football. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
And this returnable for Hines.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Singletary again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On play action, Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Burrow and the Bengals trailing 10-3. A little under 1:50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
67 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing is Allen. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. And look at this, it's a fake. Flushed out right. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down.
No, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this time. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Here's Allen.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Allen.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They run here with Singletary. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Back to the ground, this time Cook. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there in overtime. 68 yards. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's say we've been there before and we've seen guys maybe hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joe Mixon. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can...
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field